Coin just a moment or so ago. We caught it on tape, conducted by referee Dixie Holman. Michigan won the toss, elected to receive. Here are deep men, Edwards and Carter. And there's the kickoff. And wherever you are along our MIzlou television network, we bid you welcome. Excellent kick, no run back. Michigan starts in the 20. While we were discussing the matchups and giving you the necessary pregame information, I don't think I have ever seen what happened here, Lee Corso. We had the two coaches, Terry Donahue and Bo Schembechler, in the center of the field with the officials discussing the use of the 25-second clock. Now, we're not going to get into any detail about what the difference of opinion was or why or anything else, but I've never seen coaches that conversant, that close to a kickoff. Did you?
It looked like the gunfight at OK Corral. I tell you what, that was really something.
All right, Michigan from the Michigan 20. At quarterback, the sophomore, Steve Smith. His tailback is Butch Woolfolk. Here is Woolfolk. About 2 yards. Butch Woolfolk, number 24, gained over 1,300 yards this season.
Ray, that's the first time that they used the one-back offensive set that I've seen in a long time. Michigan primarily will be in an I formation.
They immediately take out that second tight end, Dunaway, and they bring in the fullback, Stan Edwards, number 32. Wide receiver right is Carter. To the left is Vince Bean. The play gained a yard on first down. Second down, 9 Michigan. Whoop, there goes the right tackle. And there goes an elbow. Ed Moransky, the highly honored right tackle of Michigan.
He's 6'7", 275 pounds, and when he jumped offside, he knocked half of the line back. He's one of the 3 All-American offensive linemen for Michigan.
Moves the ball back to the Michigan 17-yard line. Back to the 17, 5-yard illegal procedure from the 16-yard line of Michigan. Second down, 14. There's Anthony Carter. Remember, every time he touches the football, he gains an average of 15 yards. And here comes Carter. No, there was a fake to Carter. And a keep by Woolfolk and a first down. Now, there, Lee, I guess, points out how much the opposition must be aware of just the threat of Carter.
No question. I think one thing you'll study, if you would, about Carter. Here's the pitch out to Woolfolk. As he starts around the right end, everybody chases him. He'll make a nice fake to Carter right here and continue to run forward. Makes a good run. You want to just check this, Ray. Every 4 times that Carter touches the football, he's averaged a touchdown.
3rd and 4 at the Michigan 26. Smith collared for a loss. Now, Vince Bean ran a deep, looked to me like a post pattern, but he was very well covered by the UCLA secondary.
They had very, very fine coverage on him. You notice they tried to go to Bean because they had double coverage on number 1, Carter.
That was Martin Moss, who dropped Smith for the loss. It is punt formation time for Michigan. This means Don Bracken, and for UCLA, Tom Sullivan back at the UCLA 36-yard line. Now, Bracken, an excellent punter. He averages 43.8 yards per kick.
And the one thing Michigan does, they lead the nation in net yardage. That means after the ball is kicked, how many yards they return, right? They're still lead the nation.
Excellent kick. No return. Sullivan fields it at the UCLA 30. We didn't even have an opportunity to identify all of the performers for you. Now for UCLA, Tom Ramsey at quarterback. He is the 2nd most productive quarterback in UCLA history. Right here in the Astrodome, in the Bluebonnet Bowl, there is no score. We'll be back. The head man of UCLA. UCLA starts out of the I formation. Nelson, the deep back, the I back. Bruno, the fullback. Ramsey, the quarterback. Nelson, the sophomore, gets it out for about 4 yards to around the 34-yard line.
Their bread and butter is the same thing as Michigan. It's the tailback is their number 1 ball carrier. He's the number 1 runner. He's had 850 yards this year. And 90% of the time, he's going to run the football.
Wide to the left is Carney, number 83. And Tonsel, number 26. The man in motion was Curran. a first down run for the tailback, Kevin Nelson. Howard David.
25-second clock controversy. If you can see the clock behind me, it is stable at 25 seconds. Bo Schembechler, the head coach at Michigan, denied the use of the 25-second clock. He said he did not receive a letter implying that they were going to use the 25-second clock. Terry Donahue said he wanted the clock. Bo Schembechler wins round one early on.
Referee Dixie Holman indicating a holding penalty, nullifying the run by Nelson. The ball back at the 24-yard line of UCLA. Second down, 16. Ramsey. It was nearly a fake. And a super play by Robert Thompson.
You know, Robert
Sr. out of Blue Island, Illinois.
The quarterback will drop back, and then he'll give it a little statue of liberty. This is an old-time play right here. But Thompson leads the team in his tackles for loss. Watch his quickness. He's a tremendous athlete. That's an old-time play called the Statue of Liberty.
Tony Osmond was the first man to get to him. Third down, 23. No score, just underway from the Astrodome. Ramsey against a three-man rush. Incomplete.
That's going to be a penalty.
A flag. I think hitting the receiver, intended receiver, out of bounds may have been called.
Correct. You cannot touch the man once he goes out of bounds. Now, when a guy goes out of bounds, the play is over. Now, Carney will stand right there, and he'll hit him after the play. Big penalty. Now, see, that's what you call a costly penalty because they had stopped the UCLA football team. Now they give them another opportunity.
That was free safety Tony Jackson, against whom the penalty was called. The ball comes out the UCLA 32-yard line. Now remember, this tonight is a game with 7 officials. After the ball,
Wolverines are penalized 15 yards.
So it is punt formation time for UCLA. Kevin Bonafide to punt. Anthony Carter is deep for Michigan. No score. 11 minutes left to play, first quarter.
Uh-oh. Watch out.
Great distance back to the 19 of Michigan.
Great
penalty
play.
Flag goes flying. But that was excellent coverage of a punt that didn't have that much hang time.
That's why I said, watch out. You got to kick that ball high to Carter. You give him 3 opportunities like that, and I will guarantee you he'll go back faster than the white team can cover. But that's blocking below the waist. That's a 15-yard penalty on the Michigan football team.
A clipping penalty will move Michigan back very deep. Howard David.
Ray, we talked at the top of the show about allowing you, the fans, to pick the number 1 team in America from among Georgia, Alabama, Nebraska, and Clemson. Number 1 in the voting thus far is Alabama with a little better than 2,000 votes. Georgia and Clemson have 1,700 votes. And Nebraska right now is trailing with 1,400 votes. We'll be posting the numbers as we move along during the broadcast.
Referee Dixie Holman indicates the clipping penalty against Michigan. The Wolverines will have it at their own 11-yard line when play resumes. Quarterback Steve Smith started to join the huddle. Now he realizes that we're going to have a timeout. 10 minutes, 56 seconds left to play first quarter in the Astrodome. Michigan has already drawn 2 big penalties and will return to the Michigan first and 10. The Michigan 11-yard line. Steve Smith gives to Woolfolk. Good run. Picks up about 6 to 7 yards out to around the Michigan 18-yard line.
That's Michigan's best play. What they do on that when they give the ball to the fullback, to the tailback, and he reads the play. Watch him. They'll try to give it to him as far back as he can, and he runs for daylight. Made popular by Vince Lombardi, and he just smashes through. If UCLA does not stop that play, it's a long evening for him.
Gain of a little better than 6. Second down and about 4. Well, they're going to the 1 setback now. Oh, my goodness. That was Martin Moss, number 55. the senior out of San Diego.
It looks like UCLA has put in that Martin Moss because of his quickness. He just beat that offensive tackle to the jump. If you watch him, number 55, he'll just pull, and he cuts in and knocks him down before he has a chance. It's a good thing he hit that Edwards quick, because that Edwards can run. Watch the quarterback will roll right, come back in a counter, and in comes that Moss with a great slant. A nice little blitz play right there.
The loss brings up a 3rd down 7 at the Michigan 15-yard line. 9:43 left to play first quarter. No score. The Bluebonnet Bowl at Houston, Texas. High formation. Here's the rush. Oh, Smith with an escape act on a first down. Steve Smith, who, by the way, is the 2nd leading runner for Michigan.
Now watch, the quarterback will come back here. He sees a blitz, and this is a design play by Michigan. You see how he's coming back? Right there, ladies and gentlemen, you can't coach that. Steve Smith breaks one tackle. He's got 4 or 5 speed. He ran away from that one guy and breaks it for a great run. That kid's a great natural athlete, Steve Smith.
First down. First down of the game at the Michigan 23. Carter left, Bean to the right. Smith again escapes the rush, drills it. Incomplete. Tried to hit Edwards coming out of the backfield, the senior out of Detroit.
Edwards is a 2nd-team All-Big Ten football player, and I know from personal example against Indiana, he beat us with the pass receiving court just like that.
Michigan's interior linemen: Harris, Humphreys, Dixon, Becker, Moransky. Norm Betts, the tight end. Anthony Carter and Vince Bean or Fred Brockington have been used so far as the wide receivers. Now, Woolfolk is out of the game. Edwards is the lone setback. The additional tight end is Dunaway, number 88. 2nd and 10, Michigan 23. Edwards to about the 27-yard line.
It's interesting, you know, that the UCLA plan right now is they're playing one-on-one coverage with Carter. I would expect sooner or later a bomb to that guy.
The nose guard, Carl Morgan, made the tackle right now on that play. Eatman, 75, Morgan, 40, Gary or Moss. That's the front threesome for UCLA. The linebackers are Clemens, Montgomery, Butler, and Gordon. Turner and Lang at the corners. Sullivan, the strong safety. Rogers, who led the team in tackles during the regular season, the free safety. They have Larry Thomas in the secondary now. Steve Smith. Smith is about a yard short of a first down.
What UCLA did that time, Ray, is they brought in six defensive backs. Now, this is a planned run. Watch the quarterback. He's not throwing. This is a toss sweep. You'll see Woolfolk and Edwards in front of him. Makes a good break in there. Gets a good block by Becker, and he goes down the field, but not quite enough.
It is punt formation time. No score. 7:58 left to play. First quarter. Don Bracken, young man from Thermopolis, Wyoming, who averages almost 44 yards per punt. His first one in this game, there was no return. He had tremendous hang time.
That's too much time, a penalty, a 5-yard penalty.
UCLA will have Tom Sullivan, Jr. out of Northridge, California, back as the return man. Louis Shotley, I hope I pronounced his name correctly, is the umpire tonight. The other officials are Bob Jones, Charles Caraway, George Sladkey.
Offense.
J.D. Rowland, Dan Wilford. All the officials from the Southwest Conference. Another fine.
Remember, we want to count how many yards he gets. That's why they lead the nation.
Beautiful coverage of that punt by the special team. Might even have been minus yardage that time. 7 minutes, 26 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The Bluebonnet Bowl in the Astrodome in Houston. There is no score. We wish he throwing, and couldn't quite get it to Cormac Carney. Good rush put on that time by Al Sinsett, the nose guard.
He's a young freshman from Cleveland, Ohio that moved in. You know that Michigan has had 5 different nosemen during the season. They've had some very big injuries. Now you watch this noseman. 53. They also blitz the linebacker, number 63. Puts pressure on the quarterback, and he cannot deliver to Carney. Good pass rush.
UCLA changes wide receivers to Kaufman and Curran on 2nd and 10 at the UCLA 33. Ramsey tried to get it to his fullback, Frank Bruno. UCLA so far unable to pick up a first down. 7:13 left to play first quarter, and there's no score.
It looks like both teams are trying to feel each other out, doesn't it to you, Ray? That, they're trying a little bit of this, an end around here and a little Statue of Liberty. It looks like they're going to have to get back to their basic attack and try to establish something.
It is now 3rd and 10 for the Bruins at the UCLA 33. Starting wide receivers are back in, Carney and Tunsil. Four-man rush. Well, now that pattern was cut off by JoJo Tunsil. Ramsey thought he was going to go deep.
It looked like what they were trying to do, they were reading the defensive coverages, and for most of the time, quarterbacks under pressure like that will throw the ball away, and that's a good idea because this kid could punt the ball.
Bona fide punt. Carter stands back at the Michigan 30-yard line. 7 minutes to play, first quarter, and no score, no threat of a score. Left-footed kicker. There's another beautiful punt. Wow, Carter all the way back at the 11-yard line. And good coverage by UCLA.
It looks like it's going to be a great game of field position, and the left-footed punter has got that ball going, and Carter looks like he's had a problem looking into the lights, but UCLA's got great coverage.
So the Wolverines, led by their sophomore quarterback, Steve Smith, will start at the Michigan 23-yard line. Butch Woolfolk, number 24, the senior tailback out of Westfield, New Jersey. Stan Edwards, number 32, the senior fullback out of Detroit. The wide receivers, Vince Bean out of Southfield, Michigan, and Anthony Carter of Riviera Beach, Florida. I formation. Woolfolk, 40. All the way down to the 25-yard line of UCLA.
Woolfolk is the leading receiver. He's an All-American runner, and he's just a tremendous football player. But again, UCLA has got to stop that play because that is Michigan.
A touchdown may have been prevented by junior
Now watch the linebackers. There are two key guys. Number 86, Butler, and then watch him get cut down right there. Good blocking. Butler gets blocked. Now watch this. This is where this kid's a world-class sprinter. He outruns the defensive backs and takes off.
Dirt caught him, might have prevented a touchdown. Michigan, the first threat of the game. 1st and 10, UCLA 25-yard line. 6:24 to play, scoreless first quarter. Woolfolk again. That might be another first down. Remember now, we're looking at a runner who gained over 1,300 yards this season.
Now you watch, the quarterback automatics this play. He's telling the direction. He gives the ball deep enough to 24. Becker, the All-American, gets a nice block there. He avoids one. Notice the block by 27 Bean down the field. That gave him the extra yardage.
Strong safety Tom Sullivan made the tackle at the 13-yard line of UCLA. It's a Michigan first down. Carter comes left. Bean goes to the right. It's the same I formation with a tight end Betts on the left side. I believe that was Don Rogers, Don Rogers, the free safety, made the tackle on Lawrence Ricks, a junior substitute for Woolfolk. Ricks out of Barberton, Ohio.
What they do with Ricks, they bring him in to give Woolfolk a rest. He's averaged 5.8. Plus, he's got to be a favorite of Beauchamp, like he's from the same hometown.
Defensive change at defensive left tackle. Gary gives way to Martin Moss. That last play gained 3. 2nd and 7 at the UCLA 10-yard line. As we look at Carter to the right. 46 is the tailback, Ricks. And we might have had a delay of game.
In college football, you have 25 seconds to get the ball in play. Sometimes when you have a substitution like Michigan did, when they brought in the second end, you do not get it off in 25 seconds.
There is your opportunity to vote for your choice of the #1 team in the country. And the phone numbers to call. The call costs 50 cents. Illegal procedure.
That's too much time.
That's the way it's that's the place to vote. Second down, 12, 16-yard line of UCLA. This is for Carter. There was a super defensive play. Mike Durden, who caught Woolfolk from behind on the run, Lee, a moment ago.
Carter will fake his favorite post when he's running out, sir, but watch this great anticipation. Carter almost has that 29 comes up. Now, 29 was not a starter throughout the season. He's new in there.
The junior out of La Mesa. It sets up a 3rd and 12 at the 16-yard line of UCLA. Bo Schembechler looks on from across the way here in the Astrodome. No score as Smith fades to pass. 3rd and long. Remember, he's a great runner. Short of a first down. Woolfolk, the tailback, caught the pass. Short of a first down.
UCLA had very good pressure on them time, and they also covered very well under, but they had man-for-man coverage on all the short receivers, and he had to go to his tailback.
Now let's see how Michigan has done in the way of field goal kicking. I hope I pronounced this young man's name correctly. Haji Sheik. 6 of 11 field goals. This will be an attempt of 24 yards from the right hash mark. 4 minutes left first quarter. No score yet. Boy, there's a strong leg. And Michigan is on the board. The clock shows 3 minutes and 59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Michigan's Wolverines are on the board first. Michigan 3, UCLA nothing. Will return turned out to be the only score of the game so far, the field goal. Butch Woolfolk.
You notice, Ray, that at the ball game, at the beginning of the ball game, I mentioned that they must control that awesome rushing attack of Michigan.
This kick will be handled by Tonsel, a yard deep in the end zone. 5, 10, and short of the 20-yard line. Once again, Michigan's, in this case, kickoff team does an excellent job of covering the kick.
The kicking game will decide 80% of the ball games, especially with two fine football teams like these two men.
Now, UCLA has been unable to get anything started in the way of an offense so far, but their season's record would indicate it's just a question of time. They have a great ability to move the football. Carney and Consul are wide to the left. Terry Moorhead, a junior running back out of Waterloo, Iowa, just checked into the game.
Great pursuit by the Michigan defense, particularly Borden, number 40, and Gargash, number 50. Their linebackers are their key to their defense. Speed has also been Bo Schembechler's #1 prerequisite to play Michigan defense.
No gain on that last play thanks to that good Michigan defense. Second down 10, UCLA 16. Curran in motion. This is Moorhead. Struggling out to about the 20-yard line for 4 yards. It'll be 3rd and 6. Late first quarter. Less than 3 minutes will remain when center Dave Odie snaps the ball to Tom Ramsey, the other interior lineman from UCLA. Malstead, Jolly, Odie the center, Yelich, and Sharp. The tight end, Tim Reitman, honored so many times this year by various postseason teams. He's on the left side. This is a 3rd and 6 play for UCLA. Ramsey being rushed. Penalty flag down. 2, 3 flags down.
The Michigan team had very, very good coverage that time. The secret to the pass defense is an excellent pass rush. Don't give the quarterback much time.
The preliminary signal indicates the infraction by UCLA.
Holding by the offense. Penalty refused. 4th down.
UCLA still without a first down, and it's punt formation time.
Well, UCLA's problem right now is that they're trying to grab bag. You know what I'm talking about? They're playing here and there. They've got to try to establish something, go back to what they do the best, and don't worry about Michigan.
Bona fide punt. Carter to accept the punt at the Michigan 35-yard line. Just 2.5 minutes left to play first quarter. 3-0 Michigan. Carter at the Michigan 36. Gets about a 9-yard run back. Carter averaged 15 yards a punt return during the regular season. Amongst other events coming up on our MIzlou television network, from Hilton Head, South Carolina, ladies professional golf, the CPC tournament. On a Sunday in April, first down, Michigan at the Michigan 45-yard line.
Now, Michigan's got good field position for what they like to do. They like to run the football, and they will continue to run it until UCLA stops it.
Bean goes to the wide side of the field, covered by Jimmy Turner. Carter to the left side. Wolfolk trying to run inside, gets at most a yard or so to the 46 or 7-yard line.
You'll see the quarterback. I think every once in a while you get a great shot of Steve Smith on the line of scrimmage barking out the signals.
Give Wolfolk a yard. 2nd down 9. Michigan 46-yard line. This is Wolfolk. Short of a first down. Gets it just across the 50, where Michigan will have a 3rd and about 5.
That's big.
Howard David.
Ray, our college football #1 team in the nation, the fans poll going on right now as I'm looking at the totals right now. We show Georgia with 7,500 votes, Alabama with over 10,000, Nebraska with a little better than 6,000, Clemson with 7,500. There are the numbers that you can call to vote for your favorite team to be the nation's #1 team by the fans' choice. Raymond?
For Michigan, 3rd down and 5. Carter is wide to the right. Will UCLA put a rush on Smith? Here they come. He's going deep for Carter. That's all she wrote.
All right.
50 yards. Now, did they have single coverage on him, Lee?
Absolutely. What UCLA did that time is they tried to rush the passer. Now watch, there's only one man. There's no way that one man can stop that guy. 29, 39, 49. The guy just runs right past him. He catches it, and he's on his way. Now, believe me, I don't know how many times he touched the ball, but I bet you he didn't touch the ball more than 4 times in line of scrimmage. He averages scoring 1 every 4 times he touches the football.
Ali Haji Sheikh will try for Michigan's 10th point with exactly 1 minute left to play in the first quarter. Whoop. Was there a false move by an offensive lineman? No, by the defense.
You know, Ray, and I touchdown pass right there. UCLA took a calculated risk. There's nothing wrong with that. If you could have got to the quarterback, it would have been a great play. But they didn't.
Reserve quarterback B.J. Dickey is the holder. Strong leg.
Woo. That hit the hot dog man in the corner, didn't it?
So Michigan's lead is up to 10-0. Howard David, I believe you have a special guest with you.
Yeah, Ray, I've got Darrell Reitzel, who's a sales representative with the Citizens Watch Company. Darrell, you turn around over here, and we'll get a good look at you. Good look.
Has been unable to generate any offense so far. Deep for UCLA. They'll have two return men, Council for one and Willie Curran for another. Curran is number 18, one of the wide receivers. JoJo Council, the other one.
The American Football Coaches Association is considering a new rule to kick the ball off from the 35-yard line. And most of us who have got great kickoff return people like that rule. The ones that don't are going to vote against it.
So UCLA with Tom Ramsey, who is, I mentioned a little bit earlier, the second most successful passer as measured by yards passing in UCLA history. Junior out of Granada Hills will try and get something going for UCLA. The Bruins still without a first down from the Bruin 20-yard line. Council in motion. Swarming Michigan defense. Tailback Berness Scott, a freshman from Linwood, California.
It looks like that UCLA has tried to attack the flanks or gone outside against Michigan, found out they were so quick, have decided to run right at them, which might not be a bad strategy right now.
Now UCLA will change tailbacks. They'll go back to their sophomore starter, Kevin Nelson. They bring in wide receiver Ricky Kaufman. Kaufman wide to the right. The last play gain 3. 2nd and 7 at the UCLA 23-yard line. To the 26-yard line goes the sophomore Nelson, where UCLA, looking for its first down of the game, will have a 3rd down and 4.
Nelson has been hurt most of the year, Ray, and this is his first time I think he's been healthy in a long time.
Caraway, Sinsich, and Osmond, the front 3 for Michigan. The linebackers are Thompson, Geargash, Boren, and Needham. Burguy and Carpenter at the corners. Jackson and Bostic, the safety men. And we have reached the end of the first quarter. From the Bluebonnet Bowl in the Astrodome in Houston, Texas, Michigan's fans have much to cheer about. The Wolverines are leading by a score of 10-0. And the Michigan swarming defense has held UCLA without a first down. We'll return to the Astrodome 26-yard line. Ramsey gets about a yard. That's all. UCLA still without a 1st and 10. Is that Michigan's secondary doing that good of a job covering Lee?
Absolutely. They're covering them man for man, and they're putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback. 3rd down and 6 has been the key down for UCLA, and they have not been able to deal with Michigan's quickness. Watch out.
Carter back at the Michigan 23.
Watch out.
Penalty flag. I think they're going to call a clip.
Yeah. Hey, isn't he? I mean, you should be on the sideline to watch that guy, Ray. I'm telling you, he is really excited. Number 1 is a football player.
A 15-yard clipping penalty will move the ball back to the Michigan 16-yard line, as indicated by the total yardage so far. Michigan 159 and UCLA just 8. That's how effective the Michigan defense has been. And the Wolverines start from their own 15-yard line. Bean comes right. Carter goes out to the left, working against cornerback Walter Lang, the junior out of Miami, Florida. The single setback is Edwards. Edwards, short yardage, runs into Martin Moss, number 55.
Michigan has taken Woolfolk out at times.
Woolfolk, the tailback, on a little delay, gets it out to the 20-yard line. Michigan will be faced with a 3rd and 5 at that point, as Carl Morgan, the junior nose guard out of Houma, Louisiana, made the tackle. And from the sidelines, with the play selection, comes Craig Dunaway, a tight end, junior, out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He's going to replace Woolfolk. So Michigan goes with 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. Edwards, the lone setback behind Steve Smith on 3rd and 5 at the Michigan 20. Oh, that was almost picked off. It was almost intercepted by Lang, tipped by Tom Sullivan. Howard David, have you moved positions? Where are you here in the Astrodome?
Ray, we're on the other side, on the Michigan side of the field, opposite of the press box. And Lee Corso can probably best identify with that Anthony Carter touchdown reception. The play was called from upstairs. It was just a straight fly pattern, and Anthony was wide open for 50 yards. One other point. Isn't it amazing that of the 2 penalties for delay of game that have been called thus far, they have both been called on Michigan, and Bo Schembechler did not want a 25-second clock.
Tom Sullivan back to receive Bracken's punt. Not too much hang time. This could be a pretty good position here for UCLA. Now UCLA is at the Michigan 48-yard line. Good position. 12:34 left to play, first half. Michigan leading by 10-0. Now, do you think that UCLA might go to the pass on first down conceivably with this good field position?
It looks like they might mix them up, Ray.
Very good. 10-0 Michigan. We'll return to the Astrodome, 45 to the 43-yard line. Kevin Nelson, the sophomore tailback from Los Angeles. You'd like to vote for which team? Number 1, those are the numbers. It'll cost you 50 cents. All area code 900. Then a different final 4 digits. Actually, the 4th from the last digit is different in each case. The ball goes back to the UCLA 42-yard line. First down, 20, UCLA 42. JoJo Tunsil out wide to the left. Ramsey. Almost picked off by free safety Tony Jackson, the Cleveland, Ohio senior, number 37. Michigan has just done an excellent job of stopping what during the regular season was a very potent UCLA offense so far.
At that time, they had a free safety in the area in the middle try to pick off that ball. Very, very fine defensive strategy.
8 total yards for UCLA, 164 for Michigan. Wide to the left is Willie Curran. 2nd and 20. UCLA 42. A little delay. Frank Bruno now is going to check in at fullback and replace Frank Cephas, who carried on the last play. 3rd down, 18. At the UCLA 44-yard line. Early second quarter. Michigan leading 10-0. The touchdown, a picture-perfect pass from Smith to Carter. Look out. Ben Needham, number 97, from his outside linebacker spot. Drops Ramsey.
Watch the player that causes this is number 13, the strong safety. The strong safety is blitzing. They picked him up, and Needham got him from the blind side. Great defensive call.
So, there's the exciting young man who caught the 50-yard touchdown pass, Carter. Line drive punt. Carter with a lot of room to maneuver now. But good coverage. And there goes a flag. Just as Carter was hit, a flag went flying. Do you have an update on our voting for the number 1 team, Howard?
As a matter of fact, we do, Ray. Alabama still leads with 17,600 plus votes. In second place, as the latest total is coming over, is 13,000 votes for Georgia, 12,000 for Clemson, and only 10,500 for Nebraska, who many people feel might very well be the best team in America. So keep the votes coming, and be sure to dial the numbers that are posted to vote for your favorite team. Okay.
It would appear that Michigan is going to draw yet another penalty. UCLA right now is absolutely 0 in yardage.
Well, that sometimes will happen to you, particularly if you're playing a team with great speed like Michigan.
By the receiving team during the run back. First down, 10.
I believe that's a second clipping penalty against Michigan. Back at the 13-yard line, the Wolverines will try to get something going as they lead UCLA by 10-0. Picks up about 13 yards on first down, gets it out to the 26-yard line of Michigan.
You'll see the offensive line just blow the team off the ball. Woolfolk gets the ball deep again. He runs to daylight. They're getting a great block there by Becker, who they consider the best All-American guard they've ever had at Michigan. 65, Becker.
Wide receiver Vince Bean is replaced now. Michigan goes to 2 tight ends, Dunaway and Betts. Overthrowing Carter, and the flag goes down as a big rush was put on Steve Smith. Holding Michigan. Pass was incomplete. It'll either be second down and 10 or first and long, depending on the decision by UCLA, and a very relaxed Bo Schembechler whistle. Total offense by Michigan, 176 yards, 5 first downs. UCLA has not been able to pick up a first down. UCLA accepts the penalty. For Michigan, it'll be first and 20. First and 10, 27.
Holding. Offense. Still first down.
Now, Norm Betts, the starting tight end, goes to the sidelines. Vince Bean will replace him. So Bean and Carter are the wide receivers. Dunaway, the tight end, on the left side. Edwards, the fullback. Woolfolk, the tailback. First and 27. Fine run. Woolfolk gets it out to the 20. Picks up about 10 yards, and it'll be second down and 17, where Don Rogers, who led UCLA in tackles during the regular season, made the tackle.
Again, watch Becker, number 65, makes a good block. It's, again, giving the ball to Woolfolk deep, and he makes a good run. He's got great speed. And, you know, the thing about this young man, he's 6'2", 208 pounds. He's not a small running back.
Fred Brockington comes in as a wide receiver to the right on second down 17. Smith, a lot of time. Carter going high into the air, and a fine catch in front of Walter Lang.
The quarterback will roll back. Now, Carter's got this number 2, and you can imagine this. He's got Lang a little afraid to go deep. They watch a little fake, head-shoulder fake, and watch him concentrate. Looks the ball right into his hands. Great play. That's interesting. Both those kids are from Florida. Quarterback Smith, the kid from Michigan, drills the ball, and watch the concentration. He looks the ball right into his hands, and Lang makes a good play.
Result, 3rd and 2.5 for a first down at the Michigan 34. 8:53 left to play, first half. Woolfolk gets the first down. Michigan leading 10-0. UCLA held without a first down in the first quarter, and almost 7 minutes here in the second quarter. Woolfolk now will give way a tailback to Lawrence Ricks. First down at the Michigan 42-yard line. Carter comes out wide to the right. This This is Ricks. Are they setting this up with that little bit of a delay like to that tailback?
Well, what happens is the reason why that play is going so well, Michigan's line is so big. They're 6'7", 270, 6'6", 260, 6'7", 275, and they stand up and screen the defensive man, and by the time the guy sees who's got the ball, he's gone.
Gain of 4 yards. Second down 6 at the Michigan 46. 8 minutes left, first half. Smith faking short. He's going for Carter. In pursuit, that was Tom Sullivan, the strong safety, with just about a yard overthrown. Howard, you have some new totals for us.
Radar fan, you picked the number 1 team in the nation poll. Alabama still leads with over 21,000 votes. Georgia is second with 16,000 votes. Clemson, 15,000 votes, and Nebraska.
6-yard line. Here comes the pressure. Now that ball was deflected and almost picked off by linebacker Doug West, a sophomore out of Del Mar, California. 4th down, punt formation time for Michigan.
UCLA had excellent pressure on the quarterback time, and he knocked his timing off, and that was a good defensive play.
Bracken to punt. UCLA has no return yardage so far on punts. Out of bounds inside the 20. Now, the last time UCLA had possession, they had still no first. During the regular season, quarterback Tom Ramsey was a near 60% passer for over 1,600 yards. Michigan's defense has held UCLA without a first down. Until right there. Cormac Carney out of Long Beach finds an open spot in the Michigan secondary. First down at the UCLA 31-yard line.
You'll see this time, you'll see the short corner, number 15, blitz, and they leave an open area in there. Number 3, Nelson picks him up. Carney, good play. Michigan took a chance and blitzed.
First down at the UCLA 31-yard line for the Bruins. Curran in motion. Might have been a loss of a yard for Kevin Nelson. Waiting for him, big number 78, Tony Osmond. Senior tackle out of Kenton, Ohio.
Osmond was an offensive tackle, but this year they made him a defensive tackle, and he's playing very well.
Cormac Carney replaces Ricky Coughlin at wide receiver. UCLA second down 11 at the UCLA 30. 6:40 left to play first half. The clock running. 10-0 Michigan leading here in the Bluebonnet Bowl. Three-man rush. Good protection. There's his tailback, Nelson, and close to a first down out around the 41-yard line. Defending was cornerback.
Watch the quarterback set back. He's really in great shape in here, and he hits the tailback, number 3, Nelson, coming out of the backfield. Ben Needham does not have the speed to cover Nelson. Good play.
Measurement for the down. First down. So UCLA now generating a bit of offense. Back-to-back first downs. Plenty of time left here in the first half. Isn't that something? Will you marry me? My goodness. I wonder if we can have them let us know how they make out, whether she accepts. First down UCLA at the Bruins 41-yard line. Ramsey on first down. Oh, he's open right there. Carney. First down at the Michigan 42-yard line. That pass was beautifully thrown.
Carney makes a great play here. He comes down the line of scrimmage. You'll see the Michigan people playing man for man, and he slips behind one guy. Great throw. Let me tell you something. That was as good a throw that's been thrown tonight, right there.
First down UCLA at the Michigan 42-yard line. 6:21 left to play first half. Michigan leading 10-0. Curran in motion. Penalty flag down as Frank Bruno goes up the middle. But a flag, remember, down. Offside. Michigan offside. So the run will stand. A good run by Bruno. During the regular season, Bruno, the second leading runner, carried 73 times for about a 3.6-yard average.
He's listed as one of the strongest football players on the entire team.
The gain that time from the Michigan from about the 42 to the 35, so UCLA will have a 2nd and 3 at the Michigan 35-yard line. Now this is the deepest penetration for UCLA. Until this drive started, UCLA had no yardage.
Offside. Defense. Still first down.
UCLA accepts the penalty. 1st and 5 at the Michigan 37. And Carney checks in instead of Mike Young at wide receiver. Carney and Curran are both to the short side, the left side. Curran in motion. What Michigan player grabbed that tailback from behind? That was a good play. Al Sinsich, among others.
The heart of the Michigan defense is the nose tackle Sinsich. He's a freshman, but a very fine and quick football player. He puts a lot of pressure on him.
2nd down and 5 at the Michigan 38. Just over 5 minutes now left to play in the first half. Tight end Tim Reitman is on the right side. Nelson, good run. First down just inside the UCLA 30. There was a good call and good execution as Kevin Nelson picks up another first down.
The quarterback automatic says Malstead 62 and Jolly 76 do a great job of getting the lineman into the face of the Michigan people. He cuts. It's exactly the same play that Michigan runs. It's the key play in the I formation.
Keith Bosnick made the tackle, but not before. Nelson picked up a first down at the Michigan 30-yard line. Less than 5 minutes now to play in the first half. Michigan leading 10-0. Quick burst by the fullback, Frank Bruno. And about a 4-yard gain plus.
UCLA is now mixing up its plays very, very well. They're attacking number 53, Sinnich, right at him, not trying to run away from him, and obviously having some success.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 6 at the Michigan 26. Clock continues to run with 4:20 now left to play in the first half. Split backs. Delay of game, I do believe. He wanted to hit Ricky Kaufman deep in the left corner of the end zone. So delay of game will make it 2nd down and about 11. Howard David, have you picked up some information along the way?
Ray, if UCLA has to kick a field goal, Norm Johnson's field goal capability is 65 yards and in. If Norm Johnson has to kick a field goal, his range is 65 yards and in. And he said the short distance to the short sides of the uprights doesn't bother him that much.
2nd down, 11 after that 5-yard penalty. Curran goes in motion. Ramsey. His arm was hit. Interception by Paul Geargash, Lakewood, Ohio, junior linebacker. Ramsey's arm was hit. The rush was put on by Mike Lemarand, a Grafton,
number
Wisconsin
97.
linebacker.
Needham will come back, make a good run, put the pressure on. He runs right over. Now, Geargash makes a great interception right here, but watch this young man. He's considered the strongest man and best conditioned man on the Michigan team under 220 pounds.
So the turnover halts a promising UCLA drive. It's first of the game. Michigan has the ball. And we'll be back.
A play where he'll fake the ball to Edwards and follow him through. I think he was more concerned about the UCLA pressure coming from the outside.
Two substitutes coming onto the field now. Butch Woolfolk, their super tailback, replaces Ricks. Carter goes to the left, working against Mike Durden, the cornerback on that side. Second down, 9. We have a delay of game.
Boy, that was a great shot by our cameraman showing the automatic system of the Michigan football team. He was calling out a number and a color and telling him what he wanted done, but he didn't do it in 25 seconds, and that's a penalty.
Number 65, Becker, asking the referee about that
delay of game.
Offense. So the ball goes back to the Michigan 15-yard line.
There's a penalty on both.
Remember now, before the game started, we had a discussion between the coaches and the officials about the 25-second clock. And we're not going to go into detail because we are not that certain as to why the difference of opinion. We were told it was because Bo claimed he had not received a letter telling him about the 25-second clock. Whatever, the ball goes back to the Michigan 7-yard line. Let's see what referee.
Sportsmanlike conduct against the bench.
Referee Dixon Holman saying unsportsmanlike conduct against the bench. The ball is back at the Michigan 7-yard line.
We should say that these officials now are not from either conference, correct?
Southwest Conference officials. Second down, 23. 2:44 left to play first half. 10-0 Michigan leading. The touchdown was on a textbook pass to Carter. Woolfolk. And somebody got an arm out. I think Martin Moss, the defensive tackle. That might have prevented a long run by the Michigan tailback. If UCLA can contain Michigan, hold Michigan to short yardage on this next play, UCLA could have pretty decent field position, although just over 2 minutes remain to be played in the first half. Dunaway goes to the sidelines. Norm Betts will be the tight end on the right side. Bean is off to the left. Carter off to the right. Here comes Woolfolk. Oh, what a great play. That's Martin Moss again. He has been outstanding. Number 55, the senior out of San Diego. Fourth down.
He's been their leading pass rusher, but I'll tell you what, he's playing great football now, number 55. And what's happening now in the ball game is that Terry Downey, who has done a great job, still wants to get something on that scoreboard.
At the Michigan 40. Excellent run back all the way to the Michigan 30-yard line. And just now, there goes a penalty flag from behind the play. The flag landed at the Michigan 20. Let's see what we have. Now, one of the players leaving the field for UCLA signaled that the penalty was against Michigan, but we shall see. Defensive back Mike Durden signaled it was against the Wolverines. Ball spotted at the Michigan 30, between the 31 and 32-yard line. Clock shows 1:43 left. A personal foul against Michigan.
Very interesting. I'm not sure Bo will vote for those 7 officials. Do you think so?
Remember, there's an additional official here tonight.
I think he might be the guy causing all the problems.
So UCLA at the Michigan 17-yard line. Tom Ramsey now comes off from the sidelines. The last Last time, Ramsey took the Bruins deep into Michigan territory, but his arm was hit by linebacker Mike Lemarand, and the pass was picked off by linebacker Paul Geargash. Now, UCLA, first and 10 at the Michigan 17. 1:43 left to play first half. 10-0 Michigan. This is Nelson. And a great play by strong safety Keith Bostic. Boy, that was a fine play.
Bostic's an all Big Ten player on the second unit. Now watch Bostic, number 13. He'll come in here and strip the defense, and he makes a great play behind the line of scrimmage. Ooh, great play.
Loss on the play, 4 yards. Second down, 14. The clock continues to run. 1:10 left in the half. Complete at the 11-yard line to wide receiver JoJo Townsell, number 26. There he is, sprinting out to the left. UCLA with its hurry-up offense, no huddle, but we have timeout. The Bruins
versus the quarterback being chased by Sinks again. The freshman doesn't quite get him. You notice this new rule that you can see the picture in the right-hand corner. The entire Michigan team is around the coaching staff. That's a new rule put in this year, and it's a very, very good rule. They're talking about what they want to do defensively over there.
Do you make use of it at Indiana, Lou?
Yes, sir. We bring them over there every once in a while. Some of them don't want to go back in. That's our only problem. But
okay.
I tell you what, this is a very, very interesting point for Terry Donahue here. He's got to make the right decision, but whatever he does, I will guarantee you one thing. He's going to want 3 points, if nothing else.
Total yardage right now. Total offense. Michigan 208. UCLA 58. But Michigan only leads by 10-0. A 50-yard pass to Carter and a field goal by Haji Sheikh. 3rd and 4, UCLA. 55 seconds left to play first half. Ball at the Michigan 11-yard line. 3-man rush. And threw it away. 92. Smart quarterback. He saw nobody open. Did not want to risk an interception. This way, UCLA can still get on the board.
I'd be willing to bet you that that was the last thing Terry Donahue told him. If the guy's not open, I want to see it hit that, I don't know what they call that.
28-yard attempt. Are we going to have a delay of game against UCLA?
Correct. Basically, that should not hurt that kicker much because 5 yards is not going to make the difference.
So it'll be about a 33-yard attempt now.
Johnson's 14 for 19 right now, right, Ray?
Right. MIzlou, the holder. No. Johnson is wide to the left. So 2 threats by UCLA come up empty. Michigan continues to lead by a score of 10-0. With 46 seconds left to play in the first half, Michigan will have the football. Would you guess that Michigan would be playing pretty cozy right here?
I would think so, unless they try to get one long one. But see, the thing is it's almost like a heavyweight fight where one guy's been knocking the guy around the ring, but the UCLA is still in this ball game. There's no question they can come back and win it.
So Steve Smith, the sophomore. This is Woolfolk. He's having himself another outstanding evening. And there goes a flag right there. That long after the tackle was made.
You'll see Butch Woolfolk, the tailback. Again, the quarterback will come back and give the ball to him as deep as possible. The linemen screen everybody else. And the reason why this play worked is because UCLA was afraid of a long pass and had everybody loosened up.
Against UCLA to the Michigan 47. 4.
After the play was over, personal foul by the defense.
Thank you. Thank you, you good folks at the Bluebonnet Bowl, for that welcome. For those of us with the MIzlou Network, well, Michigan decides that they maybe will try to put something on the board after that good run and the follow-up penalty. 31 seconds still remaining in the half. I believe that was Michigan's first timeout.
Correct. Michigan's strategy has always been in the past to either give the ball to Woolfolk and then call a timeout or throw the ball to Carter. At one time in my situation with Michigan, with 6 seconds left of the goal in the ball game, they threw a 50-yard touchdown pass to Carter. They are still very dangerous in this position because of Carter's speed.
So Michigan has 2 timeouts remaining. 31 seconds showing on the clock. Carter is wide to the left. Now he draws attention at the line of scrimmage, and also by strong safety Tom Sullivan has drifted over that way. Smith. He's down to the 40-yard line. 21 seconds left in the half.
Now, quarterback Smith will roll back. He fakes the ball to Woolfolk. He's trying to get the ball to Carter, but he can't. But this young man has got 4.5 speed and is a great runner. Great presence. And he continues to move down the field and makes a first down.
Bo Schembechler is frantically trying to get his players to get Sullivan and Lang. He draws double coverage.
They better put another guy over there.
Good play from behind. There was Martin Moss and Herb Eatman. 5 seconds showing on the clock remaining in the half.
Herb Eatman, number 75, is an outstanding football player from the state of Ohio.
We apparently are going to have, here's that last play.
All right, the quarterback goes back and fakes again, but he can't see anybody. He's looking for Carter, but he can't. But watch Eatman right there, who was an all-world player in high school in Dayton and decided to go to
goal out of a hold by B.J. Dickey. Not quite. A little bit wide to the right. But let me tell you something. That young man has a very strong leg.
And it was long enough.
So the final play of the first half. UCLA outgained, but still very much in the football game. Michigan scoring a field goal by Hawk.
I think it's kind of a conference. It was my understanding from the Bluebonnet Bowl people that we would have a 25-second clock, and we practiced all week with it. I would have been fine without the 25-second clock, but I was instructed that we would have one, and then the night of the game we get here and we don't have one. But that's not been a big deal.
All right, what about the game itself in the second half?
The big thing has been the game, and we have not played well, and I hope we play a lot better this half. We're still in this game. We may win it.
All right, thank you, Terry. Head coach Terry Donahue, now up to Ray Scott.
And the second half kickoff, Howard, will not be run back. Ali Haji Sheikh, who put 3 points on the board by way of a field goal, plus the extra point following the game's only touchdown. The pass from Smith to Carter puts it into the end zone. What do you think, Lee?
Well, I think what happened is Coach Donahue reminded his ball club that if they're not far behind, another thing, Ramsey is 16-6-1 since he started at quarterback at UCLA. He'll bring them back.
First down, UCLA 20-yard line. This is Nelson. Gets about 3 to 4 yards. It is hard to believe in looking at the first half statistics where UCLA was limited to 5 yards running. This is a team against top quality opposition, averaged over 200 yards a game running.
I think the secret is that the Michigan defense has overwhelmed them so far with speed and quickness, but they'll get used to playing against it.
2nd and 7 at the UCLA 23. Fumble. If the play was dead at the time of the fumble, it would have been short of a first down. It is ruled that he was not down.
Ramsey, the quarterback, will go back and fake, and he's going to throw the ball. But watch, as he comes back there, they got everybody covered. Zinkins tries to give him, but there he takes off running. Now, this kid's a winner right there, Ramsey. He fumbles the ball. The 59 makes a great play right there.
Dan Dufour. But meanwhile, we have an injured player. It will be UCLA first down at the UCLA 32-yard line. A Michigan player injured on the play. So, here at the Astrodome, in the Bluebonnet Bowl, the second half just underway. Michigan leading by that score, and will return right after these. Illinois. Ever so careful. He'll be replaced by Mike Lemarand, a senior from Grafton, Wisconsin. First down, UCLA at the Bruin 32-yard line. Opening minute of the second half. Ramsey at quarterback, Bruno the fullback, Nelson the tailback. This is Nelson. And Nelson gets it out for about 3 yards. Michigan defenders who have played so very well in the first half are Caraway, Stinsich, and Osmond, the front three. Lemarand now in place of Thompson, Geargash, Boren, and Needham, the linebackers. Carpenter and Burguy at the corners, Bostic and Jackson, the safety man. Second down, 7. Curran in motion. Good play by cornerback Brian Carpenter, a Flint, Michigan senior. Good play, Lee.
UCLA will send a man in motion, and the quarterback rolls out there. Brian Carpenter, number 9, who is the number 1 defensive man-for-man coverage, makes a great play. He makes a sensational play because he moved. Now watch, he'll get a great jump, almost intercepts the football. Carpenter is the number 1 defensive back for Michigan playing man-for-man coverage. Is an all Big Ten second-team player.
Third down, 7. The fake was to the tailback. Couldn't quite hold on. JoJo Townsend. Incomplete. Fourth down. Punt formation time for Kevin Bonavie. That means it'll be Anthony Carter time. Bonavie to punt. Oh, good punt. Carter at the Michigan 22. Fumble. UCLA has it at the 20. Don Rogers, Sacramento sophomore, the leading tackler for UCLA, recovers Carter's fumble.
This very few times does this ever happen. He takes his eye off the football. He doesn't catch it, and Rogers makes a great play. Rogers is supposed to be one of the best defensive backs in the country, and he's only a sophomore. Watch him. He's got his eyes on it real good, but this Astrodome lights are a little bit of a problem. He drops the ball when he tries to get away from Rogers. You know, I've been watching that kid for 3 years. He never did that once against me.
Back live. Now, the new fullback for UCLA, and you know, of all the names, Lee, that I checked beforehand, I did not check Tom, and I hope I pronounce this correctly, S-A-I-P-A-L-E, Siapali, I believe.
Number 19.
At any rate, he picked up 4 yards, second down 6 to the Michigan 16-yard line. Michigan leading 10-0. Third quarter just underway. UCLA threatening. Slowed up first by Al Sinsich. Loss on the play of about a yard. Howard David, what do you have in the way of the tally on the vote for the number 1 team?
Before we get to that, Ray, Robert Thompson behind me, the injured Michigan player, just has a cramp. There's a likelihood he will be back. All right, Alabama still leads with 46,500 votes. Georgia 39,000 plus. Clemson 35. Nebraska with 28,700.
Okay, thank you, Howard. 3rd and 8. UCLA, Michigan 18-yard line. 10-0, Michigan leading. Ramsey going to the end zone. He has a man there. Touchdown! JoJo Townsend.
makes a fake out. The quarterback pumps the ball, withdraws him, and throws a shot right in the corner. Perfect coverage, except Townsend gets behind him. Now remember, I just said that number 9 was the best Michigan man-for-man pass defender.
And the extra point is good. Norm Johnson, who had missed a field goal in the first half, is on target with the extra point. And despite one-sided yardage in favor of Michigan, Michigan's lead is down to 3. We'll be back after these messages from your local station.
To the left. Now watch it. When he does that little fake like that and throws the ball into the corner, he fakes Carpenter right out of his position. Townsend makes the catch for a touchdown. Townsend's average 17.1 per catch. It is an outstanding receiver. He's only 5'8" for all of us small guys in the world. You see that?
For Ramsey, 14 touchdown passes during the regular season. And for Townsend, that's his second touchdown pass of the season. Good kick. No return. That's one good way to keep it away from Anthony Carter. So Michigan now.
And here's Ramsey again. Now watch this. This is very important. Watch him fake. Right there. That gets Carpenter out of position. Now Townsend can get behind him. And it's a great execution. Just like I said, it was like a heavyweight boxer who hasn't knocked the guy out yet. UCLA is back in the ball game 10-7.
Now let's see how Michigan responds with 12:05 left to play in the third quarter. And Michigan's lead cut to 3 points, 10-7. Bean to the left, Carter to the right. Edwards the fullback, Woolfolk the tailback. Steve Smith is the quarterback. Here's Woolfolk getting outside. Taken head-on by Walter Lang after a gain of about 6. Woolfolk was over 100 yards in the first half. 124 on 14 carries in the first half. From Bozeman, Montana in late June. College Rodeo Finals on MIzlou. Second down 4 at the Michigan 26. Woolfolk again. Might have lost the ball. Penalty flag down. Might have had a face mask penalty. Oh, Schenbeckler.
If the people notice that chart he has, what coaches do, they take a lot of time looking at films and they put all their notes there. He's just checking his notes.
The penalty is against UCLA. Incidentally, in the first half, Michigan was penalized 12 times for 118 yards. But now it's a major penalty that moves the ball to the Michigan 42. Face mask.
The defense. First down.
First down, Michigan at the Wolverine 42-yard line. Carter goes right, working against Jimmy Turner. Bean to the left. There goes Woolfolk. That was an excellent play by linebacker Blanchard Montgomery.
Now you watch the quarterback give the ball to Woolfolk here, but watch Montgomery, number 27, 6'2", 230, and runs very quick. Makes a great shoestring tackle and keeps him from making long yardage. UCLA has changed their defensive scheme a little bit.
When we get a chance here after one of these plays, would you get into a little bit of what they're doing to try and stop Michigan lead?
I'll show you exactly what they're doing.
All right, second down 8, Michigan 44. 11 minutes left, third quarter. New tailback. There goes Smith. He's a good runner. First down. UCLA 44-yard line. Number 16, Steve Smith.
The quarterback will go back and fake the ball to Ricks. He's coming back to pass. They've got a blitz on. But watch this. You cannot coach the ability to run fast. And watch you run right by those guys. Excellent play. Ike Gordon made a good shot at him, but he was too quick.
First down, Michigan at the UCLA 44-yard line. 10-7, Michigan leading, third quarter. There's Carter. Run out of bounds by by Jimmy Turner. Well, that's the third pass that Carter has caught. 2 in the first half for 64 yards.
The quarterback automatics. He called this one on the line of scrimmage. He fakes it to 46, Riggs, and throws a shot coming across an approach to Carter. Now watch Carter run right away from 32. Sullivan. That's great speed. That also was a very good play on the UCLA man not to hit him as he went out of bounds. Very good sportsmanship.
Michigan coming back after the touchdown by UCLA. First down at the 23-yard line. This is Ricks, and a penalty flag is down. Ricks gets about 3 yards, but a flag down. Now, usually a flag behind the line like that means holding, and that's what it is.
Absolutely.
Defensive change being made by UCLA. They're bringing in Mike Durden, a junior defensive back from La Mesa. Holding penalty moves the ball back to the UCLA 34-yard line.
Michigan's offense in this drive is absolutely pure Michigan. They've got 3 All-American linemen. They're running the football with Woolfolk, and they're trying to throw the bomb to Carter. Absolutely.
Here's the announcement.
Holding by the offense. Still first down.
Now Michigan must get to the 12-yard line of UCLA. So it is 1st and 22. Woolfolk. One thing I've noticed about UCLA, now right on that play there, they are getting very aggressive in their defense. Now, strategically, what have they done to make any changes?
Well, what they're doing now, they're utilizing their quickness. And watch the double team on the nose man, but that's Eaton right there. He's an outstanding defensive playman. Eaton is one of the greatest defensive linemen ever produced in the state of Ohio. And he just whipped this man one-on-one. 6'6", 260 pounds. 22 career starts in a row.
Second down. Still 22. There goes Woolfolk to the 28-yard line, where it will be 3rd down and 16. Howard David.
Raymond, you have seen this gentleman behind me many, many times before. Rock and rollin', who comes to where it is happening, my friend.
It's happening here. MIzlou is looking like a great network.
I'd love to have my wife's hair that looks like that. Look like shock treatments.
Rainbow too. All right.
Hey, don't forget, coming up later on in the 3rd quarter and early in the 4th quarter, we'll be picking and showing you the Traders of the Year for 1981. Okay, Raymond.
3rd and 17 as Smith looks. He's going for Carter. 5. There were 3 defenders with 2 coming up to help out. Would you say that man is popular?
Would you say the computer said they were going to try to throw the ball to Carter? They had 5 men around him, and he almost caught the football.
It's 4th down. We're going to have a field goal attempt by Ali Haji Sheikh. A field goal attempt of 46 yards with 8:31 left to play in the 3rd quarter. We had a whistle before the ball was snapped. I thought I heard a whistle.
So die.
Didn't you think there was a whistle? Some of the players relaxed on the defense. I know that. JoJo and UCLA trailing by 6 will put the ball in play at the Bruin 18-yard line.
Ali Sheikh kicks it. Watch him. All right, he gives the O signal there. Nice kick. Great kick here.
Back to live action. First down, UCLA at the Bruin 18-yard line. Ramsey faked the pitch. Good catch by Carney. There had to be a mix-up in coverage there, wouldn't you say, Lee?
What quarterback roll out to what way? The quarterback rolls out to his left, and all of a sudden, he looks back. He's going to fake a toss play, and he comes back, and there's absolutely no one in the area. That ball was in the air a half a day.
Carney doing a good job of keeping his feet in bounds. Result, first down, UCLA, 34-yard line. Cephas is the fullback. Cephas struggles for about 3 to 4 yards. Frank Cephas, sophomore running back, Newark, Delaware. For UCLA, a second down and 7 at the UCLA 37-yard line. Mike Young is a wide receiver now in place of Carney out to the right. Nelson. Good speed. And an excellent defensive play by Keith Bostic, the strong safety.
Bostic really supports the run well here. By supporting the run, we means that the strong safety comes back, watches for a pass, and comes up at the last minute. He's 6'1", 209 pounds, and very, very fine football player.
Now Howell, who is a tight end, comes in the game, number 97, and lines up wide to the right. Carney is to the left on 3rd and about 2 at the UCLA 42. Howell was in motion. And a first down. So UCLA now with back-to-back first downs, and gradually UCLA is getting its yardage total up to where it's now 121 yards. First down at the Bruin 47-yard line. 13-7, Michigan leading. 6:50 left to play.
Watch 97 called the zoom blocker. He gets out at 73, makes a great play. They come off the ball, and there's Nelson with a little quickness and jams away for a first down. Balance is the key word for the UCLA offense.
Council in motion. Nelson gets it to about the 49, almost the 50, about a 3-yard pickup. It'll be second down and 7. One nice thing that they do for us who are here covering this ball game, they keep a running total of the yardage, the first downs, timeouts remaining up on the scoreboard here at the Astrodome, and needless to say, it's much appreciated. Second and 7, the ball at the 50. That's Curran off wide to the right. This is Carney down to the Michigan 30. They found a soft spot in the middle of that secondary. We can see now why Ramsey had those great statistics.
Plus the fact, Ray, as he throws the ball here, you'll see Mike Ford, number 40, coming back, and Garrett Garkett, and he throws the ball right smack through him to Carney. Bostic comes on him and makes a great tackle, but that was a well-conceived play. They send one man deep and put a man underneath.
First down at the Michigan 30. Penalty flag goes flying as Cephas gets a couple of yards. Tom Ramsey looking over toward Coach Terry Donahue. Against UCLA. Back to the 40.
Holding. Offense. Still first down.
And so now, as a result of the holding penalty, it is first and 20 at the Michigan 40. 5.5 minutes left to play in the third quarter, and you still can vote for your favorite team. It'll cost you 50 cents. Alabama's leading in that poll. Terry Moorhead is the new tailback. A screen to Cephas. A penalty flag down behind the line. By the reaction of Louis Sharp, the great tackle for UCLA, I think he might have been called for holding.
Okay, Ramsey comes by. Watch Louis Sharp right there. He'll grab a hold of the man. You can't do that. It's a nice screen play to 46 Cephas, but it's no good because Sharp held.
So all of a sudden, the ball comes all the way back. Now remember, that's a spot foul. That's not from the line of scrimmage. That's from where the foul occurred.
Holding. Offense. Still first down.
All the way back to the UCLA 40-yard line.
Okay, watch number 67, Sharp. He comes back here. The defensive man can hold him, but the offensive man cannot. You saw the blue-shirted defensive man hold him. You can do that.
First and 39 at the UCLA 41. to the 31-yard line. Winfred Caraway made the defensive play for Michigan. Number 63.
All right, watch number 63, Caraway. He's the quickest lineman on the Michigan team. Now, he's not only the quickest, he was a linebacker, he was a middle guard, and a defensive tackle. I know, we played against him. That's the quickest lineman on the Michigan football team, Caraway.
It is 2nd and 48. Cephas gets about 4 yards. Third and 44. Mike Mason, senior tackle from St. Joseph, Michigan, comes into the lineup. Wide receiver Cormac Carney comes in. Third and 44. Townsell in motion. There's Townsell. Oh boy, that could have been 6. That could have been 6. Instead, it is just 4th down.
Watch Jozo Townsend right here. He goes in motion. Now, the reason why you put a man in motion is so that the defensive secondary can't hit him. Usually by this way, he'll go right to the outside, cut in the seam, and there he goes. The ball is slightly overthrown, but a great try. Remember, that's the same kid that caught the touchdown pass.
4th down. Carter drifting back inside the 15. There's a great punt back at the 9.
Watch out. Wow, he's exciting. He's exciting.
Wow, Anthony Carter. So, a good run back. Good punt by Bonifay, but Michigan has the ball and a 6-point lead. 13-7. 3:11 left in the third quarter. We'll return to the Astrodome. UCLA has done in the way of corrections here in the second half to try and stop the Michigan offense.
What they've done is just added one more defensive lineman instead of a defensive back. They have decided, as I said at the beginning of the show, they better stop the Michigan run. If they don't, what they have done is added 5 linemen now instead of 4. That's all. Very simplistic, but very sound.
2nd down 9. Here's Carter going to the outside. There's that speed. It's a 1st down run for Anthony Carter.
Now what you'll see here is the quarterback will fake that play they've been running all the time. Remember, everybody goes and takes Woolfolk. All of a sudden, here comes Carter on the reverse, and that's Becker, the best pulling guard in the history of Michigan, leading his way, and that's Carter running as fast as he can, and Montgomery makes a good play to keep it to about a 15-yard gain.
1st down as a result of Carter's run to the Michigan 37-yard line. 1st down and 10. There goes Woolfolk for about 7 yards from all of us at the MIzlou Television Network. We would wish you and yours a very happy, a very prosperous, and hopefully a peaceful new year.
Okay, if you'll watch the pulling guard here again, leader, Woolfolk takes off around the end, and he cuts back. You'll see a great block there by Becker. Again, Becker and number 17, Moransky, are great All-Americans on the right side.
Gain of 7, 2nd and 3, Michigan 44. There goes Woolfolk again. He has a 1st down at the Michigan 49-yard line. That Michigan offensive line of Harris, Humphreys, Dixon, Becker, and Moransky is outstanding.
They have 3 All-Americans in the offensive line, and I don't know if I've ever had an opportunity to see 3 All-Americans on the one line. Have you, Ray?
No. And there is the trophy that'll be presented to the winner of this Bluebonnet Bowl. The score, 13-7. Michigan leading. Just 1:40 left to play in the third quarter. 1st down at the Wolverine 48-yard line. There's Carter at the 35-yard line of UCLA. He's continuing that amazing average over 15 yards every time he touches the football.
Michigan will fake the ball to Riggs, 46. You'll notice the quarterback sets back. He sets and he hits Number 1 coming across the middle spot. If you people understand, when they fake the ball up in the middle, the linebackers step up, and that's why Carter's open behind them.
First down at the UCLA 35-yard line. Good play from behind by Herb Eatman, the junior out of Dayton, Ohio. You described him, I think, as one of the outstanding defensive linemen to come out of the state of Ohio.
Ever. He was a great football player in high school, and he's even a better football here. He's an all Pac-10 second team, and again, 6'6", 260 pounds that can run.
Ricks leaves the game. Woolfolk replaces him. Second down 8 at the UCLA 33. Only 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Here comes the pressure. There was Vince Bean, the sophomore out of Southfield, Michigan. And Michigan is on the move with a first down inside the UCLA 20.
Watch the quarterback fake the ball to the tailback, and you'll see the tight end coming across. Now they'll send Bean, number 27, across. The number 2 receiver. Great catch. 21.6 per catch.
First and 10 Michigan, UCLA 18-yard line. 5 seconds left third quarter, the clock running. And this time, showing the versatility of this offense, fullback Stan Edwards gets about, maybe 5 yards. And that was the final play of the third quarter. The Bluebonnet Bowl has reached the third quarter mark. Michigan 13, UCLA 7. We'll return to the Astrodome right after these messages.
Ask me, what spark plug should I put in my Japanese car? I say, for short trips, you need a hot plug. Help stop misfiring. For long trips, a cold plug. It runs smooth at high speeds. Then I tell them there's a marvelous plug for Japanese cars. It works like 2 plugs in one, hot and cold, because it has this longer power tip. Then I tell them something else. It's not Japanese.
Smith on a carry on 2nd and 5, and a good defensive play by Brad Clemens, a senior out of Auburn, Washington.
All right, the quarterback will roll out number 16 here, Smith, and gets a good block, but Clemens makes a great play, number 99. This guy's an outstanding story right there, number 99. He had knee surgery on August 26th and played September 26th. The guy's got great courage.
It is 3rd and still 5. There was no gain on that play. Now, Michigan is going to a 1 running back offense. Edwards is the only setback. 3rd and 5 at the UCLA 13. Carter at the 10. First down and goal to go at the 5.
All right, Michigan, watch the quarterback, automatic. He comes back 3 steps and throws a quick pass to Carter. They had a blitz on, and he automatic in that play. Darden makes a good play just to hold him to that. But they had a blitz coming, and the quarterback threw the ball on an automatic. An automatic means he gets up there, and he doesn't know what he's going to do, and all of a sudden he says, I'm going to throw the ball to you.
First and goal at the UCLA 5. Fourth quarter just underway. Michigan 13, UCLA 7 from the Astrodome. Woolfolk to the outside. He has good speed. Didn't quite get it in. Stopped inside the 1 by cornerback Mike Durden. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Michigan goes to 2 tight ends right here. If you see Murkansky block the ball, and there's a great block by number 32, Edwards. See Carter blocking number 1? That's why I've always liked him. He's a 2-time All-American. He will also block you.
2nd and goal just inside the UCLA 1. Dunaway was in motion. Woolfolk gets it in. Touchdown, Michigan. Michigan's total offense yardage is now up to 360 and a 19-7 lead, and we have A UCLA player down.
Watch Dunaway. Number 88 comes across and blocks, starting the tailback, and he allows Edwards to pick up the inside guy, and Woolfolk makes it across for a touchdown. Michigan has been unbelievably successful in the fourth quarter against everybody this year, including Indiana, I might add.
The injured player of UCLA still down. 19-7 is the score. The extra point try yet to come. 13:02 left to play in the ball game. We'll be back.
This thief wants to steal the things that mean the world to you, like your family's silver. Unfortunately, most homeowners' policies limit silver coverage to just $1,000. The Hartford can help by showing you ways to make sure your silver coverage keeps pace with its full value. To protect the things that mean the world to you, call an independent agent who represents the Hartford. Let us protect your world.
Lots of motor oils talk protection and mileage. I want proof.
Proof. New York taxis drove over 250,000 punishing miles with no oil-related failures. That's Haviland Supreme Protection.
Not bad, but...
Proof. After 1,000,000 miles of state trooper driving, no oil-related failures. That's Haviland Supreme Protection.
No kidding.
Proof. In fuel economy tests, it delivered improved mileage. Texaco Haviland Supreme.
They've got the proof.
The injured UCLA player apparently sustaining an injury to the right knee. His number partially obscured there. Is that 92? I believe it's number 92. Linebacker Ike Gordon, a senior from Miami, Florida. Howard, where are you located right now?
I have reached the end zone. Normally I would score and spike it, but since I don't do that sort of thing anymore, Alabama is still leading in our polls, 70,000 votes. Georgia, 63,000 votes. Clemson, 54,000 votes. Nebraska, 42,000 votes. Over 215,000 votes have been cast. We still have a quarter to go in this football game. And keep in mind, Raymond, and Lee, maybe you remember it as well, preseason choice was Michigan to be the #1 team in America. If they had started the season today, who knows?
All right, Michigan is going for a two-point conversion, leading by 12, 19-7 with 13:02 left in the game. Ricks is the tailback. Edwards is the fullback. Carter in motion. This is Carter.
Watch him throw the ball or run it.
He does not get into the end zone. Excellent defensive play. Blanchard Montgomery mainly responsible, along with Neil Delacono, a linebacker.
All right, Carter will come in motion. They'll toss him the ball. He has the option to run or throw. Gets a great block by Edwards right there. 27 Montgomery, who is all over the field, makes a great play and stops him. That's a key play now because UCLA can still come back and win this ball game.
12-point lead for Michigan. Will return to the Astrodome after these messages from your local station.
Part of them, and that's one of the reasons why the coaches are considering putting the ball back to the 35-yard line so that there'll be more action in kickoff returns.
With 13:02 left to play in the game, UCLA down by 12. First down, UCLA at the 20 after the touchback. Carney comes out to the left. JoJo Townsend off to the right. Ramsey. And nowhere to go. Every receiver was blanketed. And Mike Boren and Tony Osmond make the tackle. A loss of 8. I looked downfield, Lee, and I didn't see any receiver he could possibly throw to.
Not only was it good coverage, Bourne, who's very, very quick from Columbus, came through and blitzed and got the quarterback. Excellent play by Bourne.
Curran comes in motion on 2nd and 18. Good toss. Not quite enough for a first down to Willie Curran. Out of bounds beyond the 20.
Watch the defenses. The man goes in motion. Bostic, number 13, will back up. Carpenter backs up, and they give a little area there for the quarterback to throw the ball. A very smart play by UCLA. Don't try to make the whole ball of wax at one time. Make it one time at a, and then he had a penalty also.
Yes. This will give UCLA a first down at the Bruin 38-yard line. Here's the referee.
Personal foul. Defense. First down.
For UCLA, flanker Scott Heising, I hope I pronounced that name correctly, has checked into the ball game, number 88. Nelson to the outside. Good cut. He picks up about 8 yards to the UCLA 46-yard line. We'll keep our eye on the clock. So we still have 12 minutes left to play in the game. Michigan leading 19-7.
What Coach Donahue is doing here is very, very intelligent in my approach. He's not panicking. There's plenty of time to move it up and try to get something on a scoreboard and come back into this ball game.
Wide receiver Mike Young just carried into play. 2nd and 2 at the UCLA 46. Close to a first down is tailback Kevin Nelson. He's only a sophomore out of Los Angeles.
His best rushing day was 152 yards against a good Arizona football team.
What's your schedule look like next year, non-conference league?
Non-conference, we get to go to Los Angeles, California. And instead of playing UCLA, we're going to play the University of Southern California Trojans without Marcus Allen.
You say that with a smile.
I voted for the Heisman Trophy the second game. I gave it to Marcus Allen. Great player. And a nice young man, I might add.
First down, UCLA at the Bruin 48-yard line. Michigan led at halftime, 10-0. UCLA scored on a pass from Ramsey to Townsend. Made it 10-7, then 13-7, now 19-7 Michigan. Cornerbacks are playing fairly loose, giving about 7 yards off the line. There's a big tight end. I think that's the first pass tonight caught by Tim Reitman.
He's everybody's All-American. That's the first pass he's caught because basically Michigan is taking him away at the beginning of the ball game. He's a great football player. He comes across the middle. Watch. Number 91. Osborne puts pressure on him, but the quarterback, Ramsey, gets the ball to Reitman, that's a 16-game streak keeps going. A consensus All-American, I might add.
Gain almost 5. 2nd and 5 at the Michigan 47-yard line. Less than 11 minutes to play in the game. Just a couple of yards for tailback Kevin Nelson. Every third down, of course, now takes on added importance, what with this being the fourth quarter.
There's an interesting statistic here also that Michigan and UCLA will play in Ann Arbor in the 3rd ball game next year. So we're getting a preview of it right here.
Here's a big play. 3rd down, 3.5 for a first down at the Michigan 45. By JoJo Townsend. Boy, there was a great catch at the Michigan 36-yard line.
You talk about an individual effort. JoJo goes down the field, makes a slight fake to the inside and turns outside and makes a great catch. Now watch him go high. Now watch his eyes on the football. Great concentration for all you young people. See him follow that ball down? And Carpenter makes a good reaction, but that could be the difference in this ball game right there.
First down UCLA at the Michigan 36. 10 minutes left to play in the game. Curran goes in motion. There's the fullback. Short game, Frank Bruno.
You know, people might say, why did they run the fullback in that situation? You couldn't see it, but Michigan has a tremendous tendency, once you get to the 35-yard line, to blitz. They send everybody after you, and they try to break one up the middle.
Gain 2 yards. 2nd down, 8. You can still make your phone calls to vote for your number 1 college team. Alabama still leading. 2nd down, 8 at the Michigan 34. Council in motion. Three-man rush. And there is Carney. Down to the 12. Cormac Carney. And coming up limping is guard.
This is sensational camera work on RP. Watch Carney come down the line of scrimmage. He'll fake to the outside and he'll come across the middle. He gets a great catch right there. Avoids Bostic, who missed the tackle. And there, 37, Tony Jackson comes back and makes a great play. The stop's a touchdown.
Guard Mike Jolly came up limping. He's replaced by Blake Wingle. First down, UCLA at the Michigan 12. 9 minutes left in the game. 19-7 Michigan leading. Down to the 8-yard line goes tailback Kevin Nelson. Do you have an update, Howard, on the voting?
Raymond, the totals are rather astounding. Alabama still leads with 78,000 votes. Georgia, 71,000 votes. 59,000 for Clemson, 45 for Nebraska. Unofficially, that's 270,000 votes have been cast thus far by the fans. Oh, by the way, defensive left tackle Joe Gary, number 53 of UCLA, is out of the game. He has an ankle injury.
Michigan's defense stops Nelson for no gain. And coming up, yet another big third down play for UCLA. The last time, Ramsey went to his wide receiver, JoJo Townsend.
Coach Donahue is going to have an interesting situation develop right here. If he doesn't make it, what does he do on fourth down? Looks like he's going to have to go for a touchdown. Remember, he has 2 downs to make this yardage.
3rd and 6. Townsend to the right, Carney to the left. Touchdown, Reitman. And UCLA is right back in this football game. A Michigan player is down in the end zone. Tim Reitman is not only an outstanding football player, he is also an academic All-American. Norm Johnson will try for UCLA's 14th point. UCLA, which had no yardage after more than a quarter, well into the second quarter, now has 204. We'll be back right after these messages.
Tell him to watch it.
Carter will not run it out of the end zone.
Watch it. When Michigan scores, I'll tell him.
Now it'll be interesting to see what Coach Bo Schembechler decides after we find out what's on Howard David's mind.
Ray, I talked to the UCLA bench. They told me that Terry Donahue closed the door in the locker room at halftime for the offensive team only. Apparently it worked out. They've scored 2 touchdowns in the second half.
Okay, Howard. First down, Michigan 20. Edwards the fullback. Woolfolk the tailback. Steve Smith all the way at quarterback. Woolfolk, there he goes. Boy, he's having a big game.
He's an outstanding runner. Now, what Michigan has done it's like a game of checkers. Now, you watch, they've got 2 tight ends in there now. They've added another end to balance the defense out, and Woolfolk is just running the daylight. Great blocking there. You notice the screen blocking by Moransky. He just got in the man's face.
Gain 7 yards. Second down 3 at the Michigan 27. Now, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, 1 running back, Stan Edwards. Fake was to Edwards. Oh, wide open is Bean. Great play call and super execution.
What a tremendous call that was, because everybody, including you and I, expected them to run the ball with Edwards. They threw the ball to Bean. You know, Bean's a tremendous long jumper and a track man.
And a key Michigan first down at the Michigan 45. among the other academic All-Americans named by the College Sports Information Directors Association. Meanwhile, first down Michigan at the Michigan 44-yard line. Woolfolk to the weak side. Picks up about 7 or 8 yards. Of course, this is exactly what Michigan wanted to do. Make first downs, run the clock down. More of the academic All-Americans. Second down, 3 at the UCLA 47-yard line. Carter goes left. Bean comes to the right. 6:20 left in the game. 19-14, Michigan leading. Woolfolk. First down, 38-yard line of UCLA. Michigan now is over 400 total yards. Michigan brings
the quarterback will come back and hand the ball to Woolfolk, but notice the linemen. Dixon, Becker, Humphreys, and those guys just blocking, getting away. He makes a great cut and makes a tremendous run. They're going to give the ball to Woolfolk. There's no question about it now.
First down at the UCLA 39-yard line. Less than 6 minutes remaining in the game now. Smith. Down for a first down at the UCLA 24-yard line. The mark of a good football team. When it must control the football, that it can control the football. Michigan is doing just that. Neil Delacono is coming in at a linebacking spot, number 39, a freshman linebacker out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, for UCLA. First down play coming up. Woolfolk. Penalty flag just now behind the play, thrown by the referee. And big tackle Ed Moransky indicates it's against UCLA. The gain was about 5 yards.
Ball's handed off to Woolfolk right there. He'll grab his face mask right there. He didn't hold it very long, but I tell you, you don't have to hold it very long.
Personal foul. Defense. First down.
First down at the UCLA 9-yard line. Michigan with 421 yards total offense versus UCLA's 204. Michigan leading by 5. The clock starts to run again. Just 5 minutes and 10 seconds left to play. Smith still has it. Touchdown. Steve Smith, Michigan's second leading runner this season. He averaged 4.9 yards a carry. I wouldn't say that tailback Butch Woolfolk is exuberant, but he just went up and patted one of the officials on the fanny. He just congratulated one of the officials.
Watch the quarterback. Nice fake there by Edwards. He comes down the line of scrimmage, and Smith cuts it in. He's a great football player, tremendous baseball player, and a nice young man. I tried to get him to come to Indiana. I wish I would have got him to come to Indiana.
Michigan 25, UCLA 14.
I don't think I'd been up here, would you?
And Michigan takes a timeout. It's obvious Michigan is planning on going for a 2-point conversion, which they tried after their second touchdown. So we have a timeout. We'll be returning to the Astrodome with 5 minutes left in the game. Michigan leading by 11 right after these messages.
Navy flight operations, Hawaiian Islands.
155 to go, Bird. And the green stripe runner.
Bring up 155 on number 2 elevator.
Cloud top to 28,000 feet.
Alpha Hotel, your wind is down the deck at 28 knots.
It's too good with 5 minutes left. Curran and Townsell are deep. Michigan with 10 points in the first quarter, 3 in the third, 13 here in the fourth. UCLA scoreless in the first half, 7 in the third, 7 in the fourth. Sheets kick. Curran will not run it out.
There he comes. Look at it.
So UCLA will start at the UCLA 20-yard line.
All right.
There's our man. Captured the tee.
I wonder if he's got any more eligibility left. I could use him in Indiana. He's the Oilers manager. What a... All right, now watch the quarterback run the option. He fakes the ball at 32. Edwards comes down the line of scrimmage, and right from that point on, speed is the difference between winning and losing, and he's got it.
That was Michigan's last touchdown. Now, of course, Michigan defensively knows that UCLA must go to the air. They can really tee off, as they did that time in the person of Tony Osmond, linebacker Mike Lemarand, Winfred Caraway, and a Michigan player is down.
He's back to pass, but he's getting too much pressure there. Now Osborne makes a good play by holding him and tackling him high. See, don't let him run, and then everybody gets on him. UCLA is going to have to run a screen because there's too much pressure on that quarterback Ramsey right now.
Meanwhile, a Michigan player down on that play with 4 minutes and 40 seconds left. The Pac-10 and the Big Ten. Two teams within an eyelash of winning their respective conferences, meeting here in this annual renewal on New Year's Eve of the Bluebonnet Bowl in Houston, Texas, in the Astrodome.
Well, the young man, sir, I'd like to say something about, Coach Terry Donahue after this commercial, I'm sure.
All right, we'll be back in the Astrodome. First, we suggest you watch this. Tried to hit JoJo Townsell. It'll be 4th down. Punt formation time for UCLA. That means that Mr. Excitement, Anthony Carter, will have an opportunity to put on his show for us.
As I was going to say,
what a great football player.
Oh, he's a great footballer. He's got another year. He has a chance to be the first 3-time All-American in Michigan in about 40 years.
Fair catch, says Carter, at the Michigan 45-yard line. Now, let's see what Michigan players will we see. I saw Carter headed for the sidelines as if he would not be in this offensive lineup right now.
I was mentioning about Terry Donahue. Terry Donahue is a 37-year-old football coach who has won over 65% of his ball games at UCLA. He's a great young coach, probably one of the most successful ones in America. He's taken UCLA to 3 bowl games already in his young career. I know he's disappointed right now, but they got a chance if they can come up with a big turnover here.
Wide to the left is Brockington. We saw him, of course, throughout the game, and he's in now in place of Woolfolk, is Ricks. We have a new quarterback in the game. B.J. Dickey, a senior from Ottawa, Ohio, is now the quarterback. Now Carter and Bean check back in, the starting wide receivers. Your last opportunity, folks, to vote for your choice of the #1 college team. Alabama's been leading in the voting all evening long, and we'll announce the winner of that poll before we leave the air, which will be in just about 3.5 minutes of playing time. 2nd down, 10. B.J. Dickey. Carter. 1st down. UCLA 39-yard line. Oh, is that Carter having a night?
You can see why everybody in the Big Ten fears him so much. He's got great movement. He can come across the middle and catch the ball, and that takes... All right, now watch the quarterback. He'll fake the ball to that Ricks. He comes back. Dickey gets good protection by Becker, and the rest of the linemen throws the ball right straight to Carter, who runs down the field and doesn't get hurt. He's an outstanding football player.
Stringer, number 68, is in at tackle instead of Moransky now. Meanwhile, the fullback goes up the middle.
You know, Ray, it's almost over. I'd like to say something about Bo Schembechler. You know, Coach Schembechler's been in 7 consecutive bowl games, and he's won over 80% of the games he's coached. A magnificent record.
Second down, 2, 31-yard line of UCLA. 2.5 minutes left in the game. 26-14 Michigan. Here comes Ricks. Good cut. And that's a first down. Intelligent running by Larry Ricks, junior running back out of Barberton, Ohio.
All right, you'll see Ricks, he makes a good cut here. If you'll see him cut right back in here, Sullivan misses him, and he cuts back, and he leans for you. See that lunge? You can't coach that either. That was a great play on Ricks's part.
Brockington is wide to the left, Bean to the right. First down to UCLA 25. There goes Ricks to the outside. Bumped out of bounds at the 21-yard line by cornerback Walter Lang.
Michigan will have a lot of these players back in the next year, Ray. I think they're going to be a national power again, it looks like.
Tom Hassel, fullback out of Cincinnati, Ohio, is getting an opportunity to play right now. Number 48 at fullback. To the 18-yard line. Would you vote, if you had a chance to vote, would you vote for Carter as the most valuable player of this game?
I would think he was probably the difference between the two ball clubs, but Woolfolk had as much to do with the victory as he did, and obviously Steve Smith was the engineer of it all.
Rick Rogers, a freshman running back from Inkster, Michigan, is in the lineup now. Number 38, lining up as tailback.
He can run. You better watch this guy.
3rd and 4.
What'd I tell you?
First down around the 10-yard line, stopping the clock with 1:17 left in the game.
Doesn't he look like Woolfolk? Only they're all different numbers. They got a machine. They clone him there.
Awesome display. Michigan now with 475 yards of total offense, 24 first downs. Brockington goes to the left. Sim Nelson is wide to the right. This is a keeper by quarterback B.J. Dickey, but a flag is down. That penalty flag stops the clock with 1:11 left in the game. A UCLA player is down. Illegal motion against Michigan. Incidentally, thank you, Bill Cousins, for being our spotter this evening and making certain that some sort of order is maintained here in our television booth. 5-yard penalty against Michigan moves the ball back to the UCLA.
Man in motion turned upfield too quickly.
That was the voice of referee Dixon Holman. We'll tell you again, as an experiment tonight, 7 officials are working this game. 1 additional official. All of the officials from the Southwest Conference. First down at the UCLA 15-yard line, and the clock is running again. Art Belordis is in as an offensive lineman, a freshman from Chicago. 45 seconds left. This is Dickey on a keeper. 10, 5, 4-yard line.
UCLA has played very well today. They could have come back in that ball game, but Michigan showed a lot of character, and that one drive was the difference, right?
When UCLA closed the gap to 19-14. Michigan put on a ball control drive that, as it turned out, put the game out of reach. 14 seconds left. Dickey Keats, touchdown with 8 seconds left. Howard David, with only seconds remaining, you have some information for us.
All right, we're with Jim Armstead from Lever Brothers, makers of Shield deodorant soap, our most valuable player. This gentleman to my left, Butch Woolfolk.
That's it.
Butch, congratulations from Shield on winning most valuable player of the game. And a check was sent in your name to the Bowl Scholarship Fund. And here is your trophy.
Butch, big night for you. 186 yards, 27 carries, 1 touchdown. You got to feel happy about the way the season finishes for you.
Hey, I'm very happy. I wanted to go out with a bang. I'm a senior. I will not play with these guys anymore. They're a great bunch of guys. I love them all. Hey, if I could break this trophy up and give it to 95 players on the team, I'm really happy. Thank you.
That's about the only thing you haven't broken is that trophy tonight.
Hey, I'm going to try to do my best.
Okay, Butch.
All right, thanks a lot.
Lots of good luck.
Sheik caps a perfect night of kicking with another extra point. Most valuable player, Butch Woolfolk, senior, Westfield, New Jersey. The clock shows 8 seconds remaining. Michigan 33, UCLA 14, as the Pac-10 and the Big Ten meet in the Bluebonnet Bowl. We'll be back. New quarterback in the game, Steve Bono. Interception, the final play of the game by Michigan's Carlton Rose.